Go.
I'm going.
Okay. It's the Sports Distraction. We're happy to have you.
Episode 12 or 13?
12. The Dirty Dozen,
12.
my friend.
Done this a dozen times.
Yeah. It's a dozen videos, one video per viewer on average. What do you think of that?
One per subscriber.
I don't think we're at 12 yet, but
We're steady at well, that's a stupid thing. We'll get like 20-something views,
yeah.
and we only have that many subscribers.
Imagine
It's
if we
hey,
just-
subscribe, jerks.
Sorry, we just had dinner, so I'm all nitrated up.
Yeah, we are very full.
But imagine if I can't even remember what I was gonna say. Fuck it. Hello, everybody.
Imagine if everyone subscribed.
No, not even that. It's just imagine if we put any effort into promoting or.
Oh yeah, that would be well. Like you said, once we get a little
I think
backlog
I
here,
think 12 is the number. Maybe I should
practice
start a Reddit account or something.
to keep
So-
posting it on Reddit.
Hey, epic win, guys.
Hey, check
Right.
this out.
Is that what they? I don't know what they say on there. I used to be scared of Reddit and like 4chan and stuff.
Scared of it.
Yeah, in my mind, I'm like, if I go on that website, they'll like hack me or something.
Oh,
It's like
got you.
like an old man getting a computer.
I
or something.
watch like the most vile things on the internet, so
Yeah.
don't really worry
Well,
about
like
that
that's
ever.
like I was talking to a couple of my friends about it the other day, and like, cause they're 21 or 22, and I turned 25 this year, so I had like a few years of like the Wild West internet where they didn't, like, you know what I mean? Where
like E-Bombs World and shit.
E-Bombs World and like Rotten.com and shit, and like just the most vile shit you can ever see on the internet, and just being like, yeah, this is fine. This won't impact me in the long run in any way.
And you know what? It truly won't, even though you see gross shit. Like when you see something in real life,
Yeah.
it totally affects you viscerally. Like
Yeah.
it is not the same.
Mhm.
Like seeing shit on the internet does not prepare you
Yeah.
at all for seeing something in real life. It
Well,
just
that's
doesn't.
like there's this. I remember seeing this one tweet that's like, you know, like a character death in like a TV, like a film or TV show. Like I studied psychology, and it says like that the same like pain receptors in your brain like go off for like in like fiction than like something that happens in your real life. And it's like, yeah, I remember that from going to college. Is that things that are fake and things that are real are actually the same.
Yeah, exactly.
It's-
It's like, hey, you're gonna be way more upset when something in real life happens.
Yeah.
I promise you. You can be totally. You can.
Mhm.
I've shed tears watching movies.
What's the most memorable thing you cried at for like a TV or
like
movie?
most recent?
Not most recent, just the one that sticks out in your head, or most recent, doesn't really matter.
Like watching the movie Onward.
Yeah, you talked to me about that. I didn't.
Oh, that hit me.
I haven't seen such a thing.
Hit
so.
me so hard.
I cried. Did you ever watch Richard Jewell? You watch that movie?
No.
It's a
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about
Clint
though.
Eastwood movie. There's one scene where like, because the basic idea is like the FBI like railroads this guy, and they're like raiding his house and shit.
Right.
And Kathy Bates plays his mom, and she's perfect.
She's amazing,
very
yeah.
good at it. And they're like, he's Richard. They're taking the Disney movies. Like I use that to babysit, and it's just like so frantic, and like they're just like
Oh, it's
railroading.
so
this-
upsetting.
Yeah, it's extremely upsetting, and I'm just like. And then like at the end of the movie there's like a post-credit thing where it's like in real life because the guy dies like
Right.
he had like a heart attack like a few years ago or something, but he's like fuck, what am I trying to say? Oh, they're like, he's like, oh, in real life his lawyer he married like the girl in the movie, like they're not married at the time in the movie. It's like, yeah, they got married and had kids, and like his mom still babysits his kids, and it's like,
Oh my god.
oh yeah. Yeah, this is. I was just looking out the window. This is actually. This is stupid.
I don't like this movie. It's
I
not.
don't-
It's not funny.
Yeah, this isn't funny. So
I don't like this movie.
yeah, this movie sucks. I've decided.
I gotta get out of here.
But it's the sports motherfucker, baby. We're happy to be back. We're happy to be talking. We didn't really get into it last episode, even though it had already happened. But it's just it's go off season on the Clippers.
Yeah, we're gonna
So-
kind of shit on them a little bit.
Shit on them, but then also boost up the Nuggets, even though Game 1 of the Lakers Nuggets series has happened.
And yeah, they kind of got shit on.
They got
Themselves.
yeah. But that's the thing. It's like, what if they go down 3-1, and then beat the Lakers.
Same thing happens again. That would be unreal.
That'd be unprecedented.
Be like, okay, so these guys are the ultimate like caged animal.
Yeah, these are psychos.
You get them put in the corner. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, rabid dog in the corner.
Yeah, just lose it.
Yeah, but yeah. What was your favorite stat from the Clippers games, if you were to, or Game 7 rather?
Okay, the first stat I can just remember is Kawhi and Paul George combined for 24 points.
Yeah, in honor of Kobe Bryant.
In honor of Kobe Bryant.
They combined for 24. I think
24, baby.
They also combined for 8 assists, hilariously.
That is
They did it for our guy.
Yeah, it's a weird
Weird coincidence, or maybe it isn't.
Yeah.
But
coincidence?
my favorite
I think not.
My favorite thing is just how fucking dog shit Pat Beverly is, and how like
What, the coach?
No, Pat Beverly, like he's like the 5'10" guy that made like the all defensive team, even though he just kind of runs in people's faces, doesn't really do shit. I switch up on him a lot because like I remember being like, oh, he's a dog, he's kind of cool because he's so tough, but then it's like he's not really doing anything. He's just kind of like getting in people's faces and like jawing at people and stuff.
Right.
And Dame Lillard had the best thing on Twitter because he was like, I don't know if you were watching like the pre-playoff bubble games.
Yep. I watched a couple.
When the Blazers played the Clippers and they were yelling at him from the bench and stuff. And like it's like
fuck off.
Well, because I remember I don't know if it was last year's playoffs or 2 years ago. It must have been I can't remember, but it was the Clippers faced the Warriors in the first round.
Okay.
And like the big storyline was that like, oh, Pat Bev's in Kevin Durant's head. He's in his head, man. He's living in his head rent free.
That was 2 years ago for sure.
It's like, what a fucking lopsided, like, it's like there's no way Kevin Durant gives a fuck about what Pat Beverly's doing.
Like, what could he possibly be saying?
Yeah, no, it's not even, it's like, hey, I'm like a superstar. It's like,
imagine there's a reason I'm here.
Imagine like you're like, I don't know, like you're doing anything. You're on like a date or something, and a dead dog comes up and is like, hey, I'm cooler than this guy. You're like, what?
Yeah, just like
something that's not even comparable to.
Yeah, just,
you know what I mean?
It's like, hey man, people have been shitting on me my whole career, obviously.
Yeah.
Like if you're good, you're gonna get shit on. You're gonna get people trying to get in your head, because it's like, how do I can't beat him on the court physically.
I'm much worse than this guy.
He's way better than me.
Yeah.
So how the fuck am I gonna get past this guy? I'll mind game him. It's like, like I've heard every single thing you can say, man.
It's not gonna work, man.
You can't do it.
One of my favorite tweets. I always like the ones where I'm like scrolling and I just read it, because like Twitter gives you like a weird thing in your brain where you just like you get like 4 words in, and that's when you know if you're gonna commit to reading the whole tweet or not. Like that's how like it's wired your brain. It's like, oh, sometimes Starbucks be like, oh nope, and then like just like the dumbest shit ever. But the one like short ones always get me because I'll read the whole thing. And so I'm just scrolling through, and I just get on to this one. I forget who tweeted it, but it's like, damn, this man Kevin Durant is 7.5 soft easy. And I was just like, hey.
Probably.
And, yeah, I'm just like, haha, yeah, true. Just like did like a little.
Then I started picturing it and thinking about it, and
I bought a Kevin Durant jersey.
It sent me into a bit of a depression, and
what? Yeah, depression.
My dick so small.
My dick, I cannot stress this enough, is small.
Very small?
It's a JFK at like the podium.
Oh.
Today. I come to you, as the man with the smallest penis in the United States of America. He's talking into like the box microphone that has like the thing around it.
3 rings around it.
Yeah, but
they have like, the reason that's happened is they have like speakers set up for this massive crowd.
Well, that's it, like
massive.
Yeah, who gives a? I was gonna say some political shit, but who gives a fuck? But it's a funny thing I saw on Twitter. This is just the Twitter show today, but a funny thing I saw. It's like, yeah, it'll be nice when this election's over, so we can focus on the last 50 years of the Earth being inhabitable. Yeah,
they're starting to really see some global warming effects right now.
It's like, it's heartbreaking, but it's like, well,
pretty brutal.
That's I guess we're the generation that gets to see how it ends. I guess so.
This is kind of
This is
interesting.
pretty interesting. Than watching
See how the human beings can innovate here.
watching the Old Testament happen in real life. This is pretty cool. Or the New I can't remember which one, but watching the sun crash into the ocean.
Pretty much a fire, almost like just constantly. There's a fire somewhere, a massive one.
Yeah, there's like an earthquake in New Jersey the other day too. It's like that never fucking happens. Like,
Well, sometimes those fault lines will just sit dormant forever.
yeah, I think if what's the one in the national park that's like a dormant volcano? Is it Yellowstone?
No idea.
I think if that like is active or like erupts, it's like, oh, the world is ending. This is
It's that big?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's just like been dormant for very.
Oh,
very long.
you're saying okay because it's like okay that one's never gonna go, and then it goes. You're like okay.
Oh, there's
what's happening
something
here?
is happening. The entire world is on fire. There's like fucking birds are dropping dead out of the sky and shit.
A microscopic fucking thing you can't even see is taking people down.
Well, it's like it's literally like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Motherfuckers
Great
dying.
song.
If you were to, I don't know. I of course don't know what it is and not interested in knowing. But
okay.
If you were to name the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse from NBA players, who would you give it to?
And in this way, am I trying to pick the worst players?
Yeah, I guess.
Or am I trying to pick the
I guess I
best
didn't
players that just destroy you?
I guess I didn't think this one through.
Their death that they God.
What is it? Wait, there's
How
4
does
of
that translate to basketball?
them. Famine? I don't fucking.
Oh, we could do that.
Kevin Durant would be famine because he's so fucking thin.
Kevin Durant could be famine. Who would be sloth? Who's the big fat boy?
Who's a big guy? Jared Dudley, I guess. Elmer Fudd looking ass on the Lakers.
Could have said Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley doesn't play anymore, fuckhead. What the hell? Charles Barkley gets the pimp of the week also. Or do you want to do is it the pimp of the week or is it the that's what's up of the week? Which rolls off the tongue better?
That's what's up of the week. I don't want to do the pimp of the week. It's terrible sounding.
This is the new accolade that like this because we do this with a lot where I'm like, yeah, we're gonna start doing heat on the feet, and then we do it twice, and I award it to myself 3 weeks in a row, and then we stop doing it. But we're gonna start doing this, but we'll save that for the end of the episode. A little spoiler. But yeah. So with the Clippers, just watching, if I felt good and bad because I do still like Kawhi, obviously.
Absolutely.
And they're like, I think people are taking this like harsher than it like should be taken because they're talking like, oh, it's like gonna affect his legacy as like he's still one of like me personally, and like I'm sure like analyst
Most
people.
of Canada.
Yeah, what? Most of Canada, yeah. But like analysts and stuff, he's like still a top 5 player.
Like he won the championship last year. Can we just like let him?
Well, because I think it's just because they were pushing so hard for like the Battle of LA. Because then if Kawhi wins the ring, then he's like one of like the only might be the only one to win a ring. No, that's not true.
No, LeBron totally did that.
No, what? With 3 teams? No, not yet.
3 teams?
Yeah.
Oh, 3 teams.
Yeah, because he won with the Spurs. It would be Spurs, Raptors, Clippers that he just won with. But like a ton of people have won with 3 different teams. But it's like not like a superstar. Because like I know Robert Horry has like 7 rings with not 7 different teams, but just with different teams. But yeah, and then like he'd also have the same amount of rings as LeBron and shit. So they were like really pushing for narrative. So I think that's why they're coming down so hard on how poorly he played. But
he's the best player on either of those teams.
You think he's the best player out of like who, the Clippers Nuggets?
Yes. So on the court that day, he was the best player, and he fucking.
Did you watch Game 7?
Blew it. No, I'm saying, like not in that game. Obviously,
just like
I'm just saying as.
Yeah. Okay.
He's the best player.
He's the best player.
Like anyone can have a bad game.
Those
like
2
your
rosters.
LeBron's, your Antetokounmpo's. Like you're gonna have bad games.
Or maybe like a series of bad games against, say, the Celtics, and like, yeah. Like,
yeah, maybe.
This was a really good series. This Raptors Celtics. It would have been even more interesting if like Hayward was in there or like Siakam
or Siakam played.
Yeah, that's the joke, Matt.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? Rainier Wolfcastle. That's the joke. You remember that?
Sure. I get it.
The motherfucking Simpsons. You're familiar with such a show.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just like he's the best
Mm-hmm.
player.
Well, yeah, because like obviously like Murray had like a fucking lights out performance. Jokic is balling out of his fucking mind.
Jamal
but, like,
Murray's really good.
when you know what's so crazy, my girlfriend's coworker knows him and his family.
Jamal Murray?
Yeah. So
Really?
I
Yeah,
said,
he's Canadian. He's
Yeah.
from Kitchener.
yeah, is he from Kitchener? I
I
thought
think he was born here.
I think it's just like Toronto. They say like they just say that for like, every
Right.
Canadian player. I think it's like, yeah, Kelly Olynyk, he's from Toronto.
Guy's born in Red Deer, Alberta. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's from Toronto.
Well, Kelly Olynyk looks like a fucking he's on Rumspringa or something. Looks like a dumbass Amish guy playing for the Heat right now.
That's true. He's a big, tall, white guy with long hair.
long hair and like he has like the chin cap beard too. Looks like shit. We'll get to the Heat in a second though. I'm not quite done with our friends the Clippers there.
Okay, another stat.
My
they only
fa-
got
Go ahead.
They only got 33 points in the last half of the game.
33 or 38.
33.
33 points in 2 quarters.
2 quarters.
That rocks. Yeah, but my favorite one, the one I really wanted to go in on was, the Clippers gave up more picks for Paul George than he had field goals in this game because he had 4 field goals and they gave 5 picks, which like it's so crazy because this is like year 1 of Paul George and Kawhi both signed 2-year deals.
Right.
So like if they both walk at the end of next year, this is like the Clippers don't have their own first round pick until 2027.
Yeah.
Like that's
because
like,
of what they did for Paul
Yeah.
George. Oh wow.
well, because the Paul George trade was SGA. It's like Shai Gilgeous, another
Mhm.
Canadian guy. Danilo Gallinari, who's like fucking pours it in. He was so good on the Thunder. And then like, I think it's 2 in 2021. Or fuck. No, that's just the total picks. I can't remember. But then like they have like pick swaps also. So like if the Thunder get better and the Clippers get worse, the Clippers will draft really high, and in like 2023 and
Yeah,
2025, the Thunder can be, oh yeah, we'll switch. We'll switch for the second pick overall. Like, you know what I mean?
That's
Because I'm pretty sure
crazy.
they're unprotected picks, which is just like you could just watch. Like they would go from having this team of like Paul George, Kawhi, and then like the bench mob that they do have, to literally nothing. Like they'd be like a laughing stock, like they were in the fucking Sterling era,
Right.
which would that'd just be insane. Like
That'd
Well-
be crazy, dude.
yeah, because like a good thing that I saw about it, like when Kawhi came to the Raptors, he had a team that was like happy that he was here. It was like everyone was like, people were in the streets. Like I remember when it first happened, I'm like, how the fuck could they trade DeRozan? How could they do that?
Yeah.
We're gonna suck. And I was like so pissed. And then it's like, oh, this guy's a fucking mega star. Like
Yeah,
he's
it's
so good.
so good.
He's so fucking good. But like the team was like so happy. They're like, yes, like get him. Like I forget how. I think it might have been Chuck that even said it. But he's like, he came to the Raptors and he came to a team that wanted to win. You can't. There's pictures behind the couch. You can't
Sorry.
recline. He's like, came to a team that wanted to win, was happy that he was there, and was ready to persevere and like push with them. And then when he went to the Clippers, he went to a team that thought they just didn't need to try. They're like, oh, we're the fucking.
Now we got him.
We already got to the 8 seed without these 2 guys, but now we got them. So like, what the fuck? It's over.
You
But-
still need a strong bench. You still need
Well, it's not even that. Like,
supporting players.
like look at like what Jimmy's doing with the Heat. It's like you need like a tenacious. Like Jimmy didn't have like his first field goal until like 16 minutes into the game in game 2.
Really?
Yeah, like he's like, yeah, if we're winning, who gives a fuck? Who cares where it's coming from? Like, think about like what the fuck, Goran Dragic. He's gonna win fucking Finals MVP if the Heat win the chip, which is hilarious because it's like who, like the average basketball fan probably wouldn't know who that is.
Another European guy.
Yeah.
2-syllable last letter C.
Yeah, fits the description. But he's their points leader, and he's just playing so well. And it's like to have like a guy that like he comes off the bench too to like rookies. So like rookies are starting like Hero, Robinson, who are like they might be like
Right.
second year guys, whoever, whatever the fuck. But like, and the average person like with an ego would be like, no, I'm starting. I'm not letting a fucking, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he just comes off the bench, just like the points leader, just gets fucking just pours it in. You know what I mean? Same with
Just like I do better with rest.
yeah. Well, and it's the same with Iguodala. Gets his minutes in and like
Better with less minutes.
is effective. Like yeah. So like
Those people exist.
well yeah, and then it's just like then you look at like the Clippers where they kind of have like an ego where it's like oh we were like we were doing this without them, and now we have them. So like, let's fucking go. And like the chemistry just like kind of wasn't there because
Yeah, like you can't necessarily just be like, okay, this guy who's really good and this guy that's really good, put them together. Oh, there we go.
yeah,
Now it's gonna be crazy.
It's
like,
over.
well, if they don't match, they don't match. Like you might get screwed on that way, and
It's like-
it looks like they did.
it's like damn, I really love chili fries, and I love
ice cream too.
well, and I love jacking off. I'm
Oh.
gonna eat chili fries and jack off. Wait, what the?
Oh, it burns!
This is a mess. This is a disaster. But yeah, like it's completely true. It's like on paper, like I remember like when like what did it happen at like 2 a.m? Remember when like they announced the Paul George deal?
Yeah, I think you're right.
It
Yeah,
was like 2 a.m. our
weird.
time. I
It
think it
was
was
super
like
weird. Yeah.
it's like 10 o'clock LA time, but like 2 a.m. for us. So they're just like, he's like, yeah, Paul George is a Clipper, and I remember waking up and being like, fuck, it's over.
Clippers are like they're stacked.
It's over, dude. Like this is like the fucking. It's like when Boogie went to the Warriors. Like this is fucking. It's stupid.
When we're like we're Raptors fans, so we just have Kawhi on this like crystal
Yeah.
pedestal. Like this guy's amazing.
He's our little prince.
So they have that.
yeah.
So like okay, so they're already like contenders just from that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're contenders.
You know what's so funny? They probably with like Gallinari and SGA, they probably would have been better than with Paul George. Which like
Yeah, Paul George is gonna get like you know how you're saying like the kind of criticism that Kawhi's getting.
yeah.
Paul George is gonna get that more so because he's the veteran.
You think so?
Yeah,
I thought they were the
he's
same
guy.
age. I thought-
But he's I don't know. He just seems like
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's gonna get more criticism because
Well, absolutely. Because I think he's not like because Kawhi is a superstar. You know, like there's no doubt in my mind that Kawhi's gonna come back and be just as good, if not better.
how many rings does Paul George have?
0, I don't think. There you go.
There you go.
Don't mean a thing without the
So
ring,
proven.
baby.
So like you got Kawhi who's proven, and Paul George who isn't, and all of a sudden he just chokes hard in Game 7. It's like, well, what the fuck? Like
Yeah, what was that?
you kind of
Well-
have to show up in Game 7s if you're gonna get a ring, man.
Well, because Stephen A had a good point where it's like, oh, he's gonna just become the next Dwight Howard, where he was Paul George was the guy in Indiana, and he's like, I want out. Went to the Thunder, kind of fucked off. Had like that little run where they're like, oh, he was like 3rd in MVP voting, like he's doing really good. And then like he goes to the Clippers and he kind of doesn't really fit there. And then like it'll be interesting to see where if like he does just let his contract expire, if he doesn't re-sign, if he gets like kind of trounced around the league a little bit.
Well, I understand that in NBA it's more common that like you do move around different
Yeah.
teams, and I have a lot of respect for the people that don't do that and they just stay with their team.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be kind of wary of the person that keeps moving. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, why does this guy keep moving around?
Why can't
Why can't he just stay?
Why isn't he sticking somewhere?
Why aren't people wanting to keep him?
Yeah, that's why like I would feel bad if the Rockets got rid of Westbrook, because it's like I know he's good, but he just doesn't really fit in Houston.
Right.
Which like I guess we can get into that before we go deeper into the Miami Boston thing. Like, what do you think? Because I do really like the Rockets, but I just don't think this setup is ever going to work. Like, I think.
Yeah, they need to get more size. I'm sorry, like you're
Well,
not big enough.
Do you get rid of Russ? Do you get rid of Harden while his value is fucking sky high?
You just need to get someone in who's like good defense.
Well, like, do you think they're just like a piece away from like a championship, or do you think?
Maybe 2 pieces.
Yeah,
Like you said, like just
but-
like, hey, look at the Raptors. We got 2 bigs
well,
who are defensively great.
it's not even that. Just like you think
Do you
like
want one?
it should be working. You know, well, they want Ibaka apparently, which is like.
It kind of sucks having a Baca jersey. If they trade him, that would kind of piss me
Oh,
off.
fucking Leonard jersey, like a dumbass.
Well, yeah, you said that, but there's something like that has huge value.
A Leonard jersey?
Yeah, it's like
He's the guy.
that's the championship year. That's what what it represents
yeah. Okay,
is amazing.
that's good. I never thought of it that way. But yeah, Ibaka's just like, I like this guy, and now he plays for the fucking Rockets.
It's like, God damn it,
Yeah, but
I still like you, but you're on
Yeah.
that other team now.
well, because he played with Harden and Russ on the Thunder, or no, I think that might have been after Harden got traded, but I can't remember.
And I
But,
like Ibaka, not only as a player but as a person too.
yeah, he's
It's
very.
like, God damn, I like
very
this guy
funny
all
guy.
like all every way. I like this guy.
Well, it's like I said the last episode or whatever. let Fred and Mark go, and then but apparently Gasol might just go play in Europe.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that where his
Spain.
brother is right now?
Pau? No, he's in. Doesn't he have like an administrative role somewhere?
I don't know.
I
That's
can't
why I
fucking
asked. I
remember.
have
He
no
he
idea.
got bounced around a little bit. It kind of sucks. I would like to see him retire with the Lakers because that's like he played with Kobe and shit, right?
Oh, okay.
But he named it. His daughter's middle name is Gianna after Kobe's daughter. Gigi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were very close, him and Paul. There's actually a lot of like highlight reel shit of them playing together, and they were such a good tandem. But yeah, like so. But with the Rockets, like, what would? It's so hard to like because when like you say it's like, oh well, maybe we just need two pieces. It's like, well, at what point do you just like, oh, okay, maybe like the
Just
the-
restart, you mean?
well, it's like you have like a shit ass car. You're like, oh well, it just needs. Well, we use my car as an example. Like it just needs the brakes and like the AC and like if you can like buff that dent out and stuff. It's like, well, like, maybe let's just get a new car. You know what I mean? Maybe
let's just try something different here.
yeah, maybe we would just let this because like you could get so fucking much for Harden. Harden to the Wizards for Bradley Beal and John Wall. No, I'm just kidding. But
I don't know. I can't even pitch a trade idea for him. Like
It's
I have
hard to
no
think.
idea.
because he's such like Harden's in my top 10 players in the league.
But you know what I will say? Whenever, like, great examples with Paul George.
Mm,
You think, holy shit, that team got Paul George.
yeah,
But then you end up getting fleeced because you have to give way too much up for him. That's going to happen with Harden. People are going to get Harden and be like, holy shit,
we
this
got
team's
him.
going to be awesome now with Harden. So it's like, but what did they give up? They gave up probably 5 pieces. Same thing.
Yeah, they
Gave up all these people
well.
that make your team what it is.
Yeah, that's it's the thing. It's like, well, it's like you having two cars and pulling pieces off the one. No, I'm just kidding. But like, cause yeah, there's no team that I can see that's like feasibly could go after a superstar this year. Which I guess like maybe Brooklyn. I can see Brooklyn trying to get Beal from the Wizards.
Right.
Because just so they could have Beal to play with Kyrie and Durant. That backcourt of Beal and or is Beal a point guard? I can't fucking remember. But I'm fucking up over here. I have to go to the hospital. But
Because you're burping?
yeah, I'm burping and I have a blocked nose. I have the coronavirus.
I'm like ripping the worst gas possible over here.
Yeah, we had Firehouse subs 20 minutes ago.
Ugh, man.
But I'm
It's
still
not
kind
caused by that, obviously.
of hungry, honestly. But that's just
I would love to get into that right now, but all I
what
can think about is
sorry, having a big appetite you want to get into? You want to pause?
yeah.
You're gesturing to pause because you have to use the bathroom. We're now experiencing technical difficulties. And we're being gay. We're back.
We're back. Sorry about that, folks. We can't even remember what we were talking about.
It was literally 1 second in. Thanks to movie magic, it was just 1 second there.
Yeah.
But,
Seems like no time to you, but it was what felt like an eternity to me.
It was grueling for you. I was just on my phone. But you said right before this you started taking a multivitamin.
I did, yeah.
That's like
I think that should help me not
One
have
second.
to take huge grumpers all the time.
I think it's funny. I don't know why. Like in my head, like because like going to the gym and stuff, or like just. I gotta stop fucking. I'm not used to drinking soda. Keep burping, but it's like like if I go to the gym and like get muscular, or like if I grow my hair out, it's like it's not me that's a loser. It's that I have short hair. I'm not
Yeah, if I just change this thing about me, I'm gonna be all good.
I'm not a dumb piece of shit. I just don't go to the gym enough. If
Yeah,
I-
exactly.
so it's like that's what I think of the multivitamin. It's like, you know what? Like,
Here we go.
I remember,
now
like-
I'm healthy.
well, I remember I forget what I read in high school, but I was always like I just have fucking like debilitating body dysmorphia where I think I'm just a big lardo. So I remember I was like on a thing where I would just drink Crystal Light all the time, and I'm just like, please work, please be the substitute for pop. You know what I mean?
This is pretty good. It's
This
like a
is-
raspberry.
This is just like this is
It dyes everything it touches red, but that's fine, right?
yeah, it's water. It's not pop. What do you?
It's water with sugar in it.
Yeah, sugar and
Splenda
oh
sugar.
fuck! I didn't turn up the gain when we started. Oh well, hopefully it sounds all right. But
Whatever. This is
yeah.
only number 12. We'll figure
number
it out.
12. Number 12. We're figuring it out. Part 2. That's what the first episode was called.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? But
Seems like a million years ago now.
seems like we should do a
It's
clip.
like 2 months
You wanna
ago.
do a clip show.
Yeah.
Just that's already just like fuck.
Not even a year in.
Man, I'm out of ideas. It's like, that's
Sports are gonna be off. We're gonna have nothing.
that's the thing. I'm not ready to go back to my life. That's like looking at. That's we can jump into that the Heat and Celtics series. But it's like, man, I hope that like the Celtics win 1 or 2 just so we can get just a couple more games.
Well, you know what the other thing is too. Hopefully, like I can't. Like, who's ahead right now? Who is the Celtics and Heat? They're ahead of the other one, right?
Yeah, they're playing game 3 tonight.
If they sweep
Yeah.
and the other one goes 7,
Yeah.
the either like Miami Heat are gonna be waiting like 10 days.
Yeah, they're gonna have like a week off at least.
Yeah, they're gonna have a huge chunk of time.
Yeah. But whether you think that'd be good or bad for the Heat.
I have no idea.
Yeah. It's
Do you
literally
get rusty in that time? Do you get rested and you're just like
yeah.
licking your lips, waiting for whoever?
Yeah, you tie a bib on.
Like yes,
You're looking
cartoon wolf. Like,
you're your tongue rolls out. You're looking at LeBron's juicy ass.
God damn, you're done, buddy.
Yeah, you're done for, buddy.
I'm gonna grill that.
I'm gonna grill your butt up, he says.
Your butt up and eat it.
You know what I was thinking? This is a little I always do this. We do like a little peek behind the curtain at the podcast thing. Is like the reason like other podcast dynamics work is because there's one guy who's like you have like the straight man and the goofball.
Right.
You need someone to be like, "Oh, come on." Not just like
With a third guy that's like, hey, come on, guys.
no, not even just like not like we just like all we do is just like, "Yeah, keep going with this thing," instead of just being like, "Oh, nice. Good stuff, man." I'm too embarrassed.
You just add to whatever I say, and
No,
it's just kind of keep
You
snowballs.
just add to whatever I say, I feel, instead of being like tangent. The VATS menu from Fallout comes up and all your options are there. And it's all like eat mackerel or
For me, it's
hang
not
out.
that. It's the resistance gun menu. It's like, here's your 8 guns.
what's it gonna be today? Call it gay or increased joke or something? I don't know. But yeah, that's what I was just thinking. 'Cause
Nice.
isn't that cool? But yeah, with the Heat, like, do you think the Heat can have the ability to sweep the
Whoa,
Celtics?
calm down. What are you talking about?
Thanks, man.
How about you relax?
Another home run. But do you think they have they can beat the Celtics?
Heat are
Yeah.
going to win.
No, like, do you think they're gonna sweep though?
Let's say 5. Let's give them 5. Let's
5.
give Boston a win. Because, well, okay, just saw that Hayward's probably coming back, so maybe
Yeah.
that'll be the spark that Boston needs.
Yeah, because they were just arguing and like apparently they blew. Like that's a good. You have more info on this than
You need
I
a
do.
white guy to come in and be like, hey, come on, guys, what are we doing here?
You
Can we
need
calm down?
Gordon Hayward to
Let's play
come
this
in
game.
with a fucking Tech 9 down his basketball shorts.
Comes in looking just like a cop.
Yeah, comes. Yeah,
Mustache, fucking.
guys, I brought my friend George Zimmerman in to do some conflict resolution with
He's
you
also
all.
pretty good at basketball, too, so we might let him play.
What? The guy that shot Trayvon.
Oh, I thought you meant he's George Zimmerman,
Who?
Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
So I thought you meant. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a.
Oops.
Yeah, this is just a good understanding ass of comedy podcast.
We have no understanding of what's going on. Sorry, boys.
My man's on his phone. Just not.
Yeah, I'm just kind of bored right now.
Yeah, we're just
Trying to do the thing.
fucking bored over here.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Mod's talking to me. But like, cause my thing, I don't know, cause like it sucks. It hurts my heart because like you say, we talked about it the other day. But like the Raptors were so like on their heels playing against the Celtics
Yeah.
to come in and just watch like, cause that's
Watch them just get destroyed.
well
for some
that's the
reason.
thing.
Like, what
Have you been watching the games?
the fuck? No.
They're not really getting like Boston. Like they lead by like as much as like 12, and then like, I look and I'm like, fuck, it's like 67-55. I'm like, that's kind of like a pretty big lead. And then I check again, it's like, 60 like or like 75-75. It's like, what? They just shrink, like they have the tools to just like shrink any lead immediately. Like they're never out of it, kind of thing.
Yeah, the Heat just
Where I
they just
think
come
like,
back. It's like what?
well, where I think the Raptors like they kind of lack the talent because like they don't have like a designated superstar. But that's the thing though, because Jimmy's like he's such like a mindset and energy guy along with being very talented
Right.
that I think like it. Like I think it didn't work in Minnesota because like Karl Anthony Towns and like Andrew Wiggins didn't like play into that system, like didn't play into like the tough like type of basketball that like you have to play to like enable Jimmy kind of thing.
Right.
But for like the Heat just totally bought in and they're like, yeah, this will be our guy, like, this will be our leader kind of thing. To have your veteran be like you, it's like you kind of see it with Lowry how he's like, but Jimmy Butler's obviously kind of better than Lowry, unfortunately, but. You like
even though Lowry's probably going to be put down as the best Raptor of all time.
Yeah, probably just because of like longevity. Like that's the thing that I remember like when Vince Carter retired, it's like, "Oh, who gets their jersey retired first? Carter, Lowry, or Kawhi?" It's like, "Why the fuck would you retire Kawhi's jersey?"
It's there for 1 year.
He was there for one. He's like, "Yeah, but he won the championship." Like, who gives a fuck? It's like, "Who? Oh, who's on your Mount Rushmore of best Raptors?" It's like, yeah, we got to put Kawhi in there.
Definitely Vince Carter, and then Lowry.
How many people are on Mount Rushmore?
4.
4 people.
How many people are on Mount Rushmore?
I don't fucking know. What am I, Mr. Geography over here?
Oh, 23.
23 and me. 23 chromosomes.
Picture it in your mind. Can't you see it?
Can't you? Yeah, picture around.
It's the first 23 presidents.
Picture around Mount Rushmore. It's all your friends from kindergarten on a mountain. But it's all
just makes you feel like bad.
Yeah. Why would it make you feel bad? Just because you
seeing the people that you only remember from kindergarten.
You're looking mortality
like,
in the face.
Oh my god!
God, I'm so old.
And then you see them, and then for whatever reason, like it's them as adults.
Oh yeah,
right. It's not them as kids on the mountain.
That's the thing. Like I think
you see them as adults, you're like, oh my god.
Well, not even that. It's like
you look like shit.
Yeah, you look like shit. Oh, all the women did the worst thing you can do as a woman, which was turn 28.
Women age like cheese.
Women age
wine.
like cheese. Yeah, me. Yeah, they're ugly, unlike me.
I look good.
I look good.
Look like a fucking loser over here.
Yeah, get my ass.
Look at my clothes. They're pretty good, right? I have good clothes.
I have nice clothes.
Yeah, but your face looks terrible. But
well,
the sweater, the pants, shoes.
The trick to being a handsome man is to just look like you have the appearance of like a dirty gruff, like you have like scruff and your hair is like kind of fucked up, but then just have an immaculately clean butt, balls, and ass, or dick, balls, and ass rather.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, yeah, it's like, oh, I look like kind of like a hobo, or like, I'm trying to think of an example.
But like
of
on purpose.
Yeah, it's curated. It's not like, I'm trying to think of like a celebrity that looks like such. I guess Jason Momoa has like a beard and long hair, but he's also, how tall is he?
Incredibly handsome.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine if he had like a high cut fade. He could, you know what? He could fucking never be 5'9". He could never survive as me. You could never. Hey,
you would fail if you were me, pal.
God only challenges those who can accept his burdens. You can.
I often like. It's funny you say that. I often think it's like, what are my strengths?
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? I can deal with a lot of pain and kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Without like really complaining about it or like letting it affect me.
Yeah, that's a cool strength to have.
It's like it's like you're strong in that you can
you
take a lot of shit without
brag much.
What?
My strength is that I can just take a lot and then one day just snap. One day,
yeah, that's my strength. I can just I can bottle things in.
I can bottle
everything that happens to me. I can just kind of bottle it in.
You know, I can.
And then one day I'll just someone will just say something like, "Hey, how's it going, man? How's it going?"
No,
and I just lose my mind. The guy's like, "What? What the fuck? I just said how's it going. I didn't mean anything. I'm sorry."
A black guy with a beautiful white girlfriend won't say thank you when you hold the door for him. And you know what, buddy? But it's like, yeah, you know, like I'm really good at like bottling stuff in, and Yeah, I bought the 3D printer, made the bump stock for the AR to make it fully automatic, and yeah, I think today's the day. Yeah,
I went down to Buffalo and just got myself a gun. It was no problem.
took a gun over the border. It was simple. Business.
You got any guns in the back there, or fruits, or you bring anything back? I just got a couple cases of beer in the back there. Like, oh yeah, I see him.
Couple cases of beer, a few suitcases.
All right, have a good one.
Have a good one.
Just stare him right in the face. Just
Remember me. Remember my face. I'm gonna be on the news, and then
you'll see me and be like, "Oh fuck, I know that fucking guy. I don't know why I know that guy, but I think I've seen that guy before."
There's actually a funny TikTok that I've seen a few times where it's like they're at a barber shop and there's this guy getting his hair cut and it like pans over to a guy that's just sitting there. He's on his phone and it's like a wanted by the FBI poster and it's the guy. And then he calls 911 and then like the video ends. No, I hate to say it. TikTok is kind of funny. It's low key nice with it.
You like TikTok and you also like Vine. It's your
Well,
thing. And you also like tweets that are 5 words long. So
yeah, like
it's up your alley.
Yeah, it's kind of like being on the internet. Like
shortened your attention span.
All I've done is just refresh 2 apps for the past 10 years. I got a notification the other day that I started my Twitter account a decade ago.
Oh, that's crazy.
Isn't that funny? But
it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it turns out just reading things that are between 40 and 100 words long, and that's all you really read. But
you do read books too. So.
Yeah, I read. Well, that's the thing. I'm like, I have to do something. I'm like, I was at a point where I was
work my brain here a little bit.
Well, because my move when obviously when the world was kind of normal, I would I'd put a basketball game on, and then I'd have the Switch on my lap, and I'd be listening to a podcast. So I just have
Jesus Christ,
just 3 things going on just to be like.
And you make fun of me. All you do is you just listen to the podcast or watch them talk. I'm like, yeah, I enjoy
just
the
sitting.
thing I'm doing.
Oh, that's how I'm like, oh, like The Boys on Amazon. Like this show is very good.
You know how I know?
I haven't looked at my phone
because I watch it.
I haven't looked at my phone once watching the show.
Well, I will say that often watching a game, I'll also be listening to a podcast at the same
really?
time.
That's how the past the game 5, or was it? Did it take 7 for Raptors?
Yes.
I couldn't fucking remember.
Did it? Oh my!
I've eliminated it from my mind.
Yeah, it's like the PTSD, whatever the fuck, is just like blipped it out.
Yeah,
I can't remember that they amazingly forced the game 6.
Yeah,
and then lost in game 7.
When I try to think about it, I just hear like with the waves hitting the shore, and
trying to think about it.
No, it's like a Vietnam flashback.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's not funny, man.
Yeah.
War's actually cool. War is kind of like, don't go to the river if you can, or whatever the fuck that song is. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. What other song? Well, how would we make that song about like having a? Let's make a. No, fuck it.
That's not about being a homosexual man.
It has to be. It has to be more organic. Fortunate son. Fuck. Yeah. Just keep singing it. That's a good bit.
Suck a dick. I can't.
No, I'm just trying to think of a funny name. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Come Revival. Got it. That's what CCR stands for. Got it.
God, I'm so imaginative.
It's like fucking just chucking it from half court and just like,
come on,
Kobe, and just like hitting like the top of the backboard. Just that's what that joke was. But
that joke was like the 3-point attempt from Van Vliet at the end of the fourth quarter.
The fucking circus shot there. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, it's kind of. I watched game 1 of switching gears a little bit. I watched game 1 of the Nuggets Lakers, and it's just like, yeah, the Lakers are so much better than the Clippers, and they're so much better than the Jazz. It's like, it almost wouldn't have been that cool. Well, it's because Kawhi's a good matchup for LeBron, but unfortunately they have fucking Anthony Davis.
Clippers would have got
literally maybe
dummied.
Probably like 5 games. Well, see, honestly, the Nuggets have been surprising over and over again, so maybe they can like dog something out or do something. But like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just literally years ago, or not years ago. He's only been on the team for like a year or whatever. But last year, when we were still 2020 was still just on the horizon,
A little baby.
I remember like the joke has always been who's gonna guard AD. Who's guarding AD though? It's a picture of Kawhi, Paul George, Pat Bev, Montrez, and Lou Williams. Oh, whole team in one photo. Haha. Who's guarding AD? Who's guarding AD? And it's true. Who the fuck is guarding that? It's like
Too big.
he's so long he can get a fucking bucket from anywhere, and then it's like, oh, he has to pass out of a double team. Oh, it's LeBron James that's catching it. So like, what the fuck? Like it's such like.
Oh look, it's one of those guys.
It's like oh, they won a ring. I can't. Oh, how? What?
With what?
Yeah, it's like and then, like it's kind of like it's almost refreshing 'cause now that the Raptors are out because I can look at it like kind of fresh and be like, yeah, there was no fucking chance they were gonna beat those guys. Like we beat them in the regular season, but it's like that's doesn't exist anymore.
LeBron is a different thing, regular season and
Yeah.
postseason. He just goes like, "Oh, it's postseason time.
Yeah.
Guess I'm gonna
Well, he's like, let's get
flip the switch here." And
let's get my staff of scientists that work on me during the regular season out of here and get the postseason team of scientists.
spin around on like a Darth Vader getting assembled.
Yeah.
Like, here we go.
We'll flip the polarity and like I'll like zoom down to like the underworld or whatever. But yeah, like Darth Vader, I was thinking.
Slam into my body from my like other world that I exist in.
Yeah. I can't improvise nerd shit ever.
I like nerd stuff.
I try to think of it.
Actually, I am a nerd, you
we
know?
were talking about
Funny?
we're actually talking about like because my coworker said like because this guy I'm guessing Jewish kid just based off his hair, but he bought some kind of like like the thing that like Muslim men wear, like the thing that like goes to like
It's not a dress. It's
but
just
it's like
like
it goes
a,
to calf length and it's like a big jacket kind of.
it's wide open.
Yeah, a kid bought one of those and was like wearing it out of the store, like, haha, right? I'm like, damn, it'd be so funny if like a group of Muslim people just rolled up on him and just whooped the absolute shit out of him. And we're just like, yep, that's it.
Shouldn't have wore that.
These
See you
things
later.
happen. Or they would just see it and be like, I don't care at all.
That's what I think.
don't
I
care
think
what-
no one cares about what anybody wears. Like, people
Yeah.
wear the most bizarre shit. And
Well,
you
it's,
just
not, it's like people,
don't
like,
even look.
there's some people that are like some people will do that thing where they're like, oh, look what I'm wearing. What the? But most of the time it's like, after 2 seconds, it's like, oh no, you're wearing that. It's whatever.
Yeah, well, that's you think like you and I will wear something that we think we're sticking our neck out. Like,
Mhm.
holy fuck, look at
Yeah.
this! I'm wearing something pretty kind of flashy here.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, it's just like a brighter colored shirt than you normally wear. And you're like,
Well,
here we go.
In
go
college,
outside with it.
I would really go off with outfits. I would wear some of my girlfriend's clothes. I would just like really just try to be different, and then no one gave a fuck whatsoever.
Exactly. Like, no one even notices. You're like, look at this. I'm doing this crazy thing. It's like, yeah,
It's,
okay.
it's almost refreshing actually, because you're just like, oh, I can just be who I want to be.
I can just dress
can-
how I want and
Yeah.
do what I want, and no one really
Yeah. Oh,
is
but
gonna give a shit.
we got off on a freaking tangent there. But the thing, she's like, oh, I don't know. He's like maybe like a cute nerd. You know what I mean? I'm like, a cute nerd? What the?
Who said that?
My one coworker. So maybe
Really?
maybe he's just like goofing around. He's just being like a cute nerd guy. And I'm like, what? Cute? That doesn't exist. What the fuck? The only cute.
Is that what I am?
No.
Damn
What?
it.
Ugh.
Give me something.
You can't be cute. You're 29. No one
I
like.
gotta be handsome.
Yes.
I'm not handsome though.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, that's out. We're handsome. Is,
Guess what the fuck do I do? Just die now?
I'm
Like,
no,
god damn it.
I'm funny. Okay. That's like.
Yeah, I am funny.
Well, it's like
Yeah, you got me there.
that's why I never was like.
You got me.
It's like, oh, let's go to a bar where I can't add anything to this like
Well,
situation.
yeah, for me, bars are like
Because it's like
not.
I can't
nope.
talk, I can't say anything funny. It's not like I look cool.
It's too fucking loud in here for me to like do anything.
Well, it's like
I
my
can't
whole
say anything.
my whole thing is I can get a joke off. I can like kind of do something like self-deprecating, but like, or just like have a funny one-liner about like someone or like make fun of somebody or something.
Right.
But as soon as it's too loud, it's like, oh, I guess my thing's gone. I guess I'm just standing here.
Yeah, that's just like this time.
Are you familiar with The Simpsons? Just like screaming in
like-
someone's ear.
I can't. I can't hear
Our
you.
Uber's outside. Sorry. Just leaving. Just walking away. Please get me away
Yeah,
from.
my Uber's here.
Please get. Yeah. From what's that show called?
Real Boys of Simi Valley.
The Real Bros of
Bros.
Simi Valley. Check that out on Facebook Watch.
God, that's a good
That's
little
a good
series
that's
to
a good
watch.
little series.
So funny.
If you got an afternoon, check that out. But we're at about 50 minutes. You want to maybe have a little cute little short one?
A little short one. We didn't really have anything to talk about, and we kind of just kept fucking off.
Well, cuz like that's my thing. Like I'm always worried that it's not funny enough, but then it's like
We just go off on these like random fucking
the
things every time.
episodes where we don't really have anything to talk about, I feel like are the funniest. And it's like people, like a lot of my friends who I'm like, hey, check out my podcast, which is the most humiliating shit to do. I just post on my Instagram story and I'm like, okay, forget that I did that. But
I can like do it, and it's not.
mm,
It's like I didn't interact with anybody. I just do
Yeah.
it, and then I forget I did it, and okay.
yeah,
Goodbye.
I can just let the universe take its run its course on it. But like some of them just don't like sports; they just like me. So like, oh yeah, we'll support you.
Like, oh, that's so lame.
Well, it's like
God damn it.
I remember it's like, yeah, me after one sip of beer thinking about how supportive my friends and family are and just crying.
Cry, yeah.
Just being like, damn, like people love me. People out in the world like care about me.
Oh, my brother loves me.
Oh,
My
God.
family loves me.
Like
Fuck.
oh god, they think about me when I'm not even there. What the fuck? Like, what-
Exactly.
yeah.
Do you want me to really fuck with you?
Yeah, sure, go for it, man.
I'll obviously just listen to the episode back
Mhm.
whenever you upload it,
Yeah, I do the same.
and it makes me feel good.
Yeah. It's like, damn, we're
It's like,
doing it.
Oh, it's like I'm talking to him again right now.
It's like, yeah, this is nice. We're just listening to the man, we're funny over here. But it's
Yeah,
just like
stroking ourselves off a little
Yeah,
bit. It's
yeah.
fine though.
I don't think anyone
I gotta
listens-
do that sometimes. Like,
Yeah, that's that's like
I
when
can't just
earlier when you were
ever-
like, yeah, this is my strength. I'm like, ugh, what do you?
why would you
Wha-
openly say what
why
you
would
think
you-
you're good about yourself?
Why would you say something good about yourself, man? What the fuck? Could never be me.
Just never do that again. Okay,
Please don't do that.
never do that again.
Yeah, we're at about 52 motherfuckers past the hour. Do you got anything? What do you want to? Hang on. Oh, that's what's up of the week goes to Charles Barkley for his take on Giannis Antetokounmpo's tenure in.
Well,
Milwaukee.
people keep saying, "Oh man, he's gonna be moved. Where's he gonna go? Where's he gonna move?" It's just
Yeah.
like the guy's like 23,
24.
24.
He was born in the same year as me, but or a year after. I can't
Michael
remember.
Jordan didn't get a championship till he was 28.
Well, he didn't make the playoffs, so he was 26.
Like-
That was his point. He's like,
Imagine if he just gave up.
imagine if he's like at 25, he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave. I'm not gonna stay with the Bulls.
I'm not gonna try. Michael Jordan. Obviously, everyone's gonna say he's the best in the world for very many reasons, tons
Yeah.
of reasons. One of those major reasons is he didn't just move. He
He-
just said, "No, I'm gonna stay here. I'm
Mhm.
gonna win here. They drafted me. I'm winning here."
Yeah, he has like a connection to.
His
not like
loyalty,
yeah,
unbelievable personal strength, just
yeah.
incredible.
I love Jordan.
Incredible.
But yeah, that's a really good point because it's like, why would you? It's like it's even like when you watch The Last Dance, he's like, yeah, if Scotty stayed, we could have won 7. Like that was his mentality, is like to just keep winning and not going somewhere else.
I'm gonna. Not only am I gonna stay here
yeah.
and win before like when we're not doing well,
Mm-hmm.
but once I'm in that like thing of winning, I'm not gonna be like, okay, there we go, I did it. It's like,
Yeah.
nope, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
We're
Let's do
just
it again.
gonna-
I'm
we're
just gonna
just-
keep fucking winning.
Yeah.
I'm never not gonna be here trying to
Yeah.
go as the furthest. Like that's the only reason I'm fucking here. Like I'm
Always
not
trying to-
gonna half-ass anything.
Always trying to be the best,
Ever.
which is like very true, but like it's very true of Kobe as well, because there's a very funny thing where he he like coached, I don't know if it was his daughter's basketball team or just like a girls basketball team, and he like that like tenacity of like keep pushing on when you're winning kind of thing, that just keep like you're always going to be getting better, even if you're winning you can still get better kind of thing. Like he coached this girls basketball, it's like young kids, like I think it's like an 8 to 10,
Yeah.
and the final score was like 120 to like 8 33 or something.
Jesus Christ.
So he's just like, yeah, just keep going. Like you're a psycho, man. Just like
These are children. I think
yeah,
it's a
and he's like,
little
"No,
different,
just
buddy.
keep-" And then like there's that like notorious thing where he's like Oh yeah, here I am with like the 4th place losers, and yeah, he's incredible, man. Always I might get a Kobe tattoo. I was thinking the other day. I saw something online that's really cool. It's like a mamba making an 8, and then it says 2-4 in the gaps of the 8.
Oh, nice.
It's like that's pretty cool. I love my man so much. I'd carry him with me forever. But I think that's all we got on basketball today.
Yeah.
Check
Here we go.
out-
Ready?
What?
Okay, real quick. Montreal signed Edmondson for $3.5 million. They signed Jake Allen. They're paying $15 million.
Who's
Two goalies.
Who's Edmonton?
Edmondson.
Yeah, I'm cutting it there.
Joel